On the western edge of the Navajo Nation, the North Loop family farm is wrapping up the growing season.
We're putting the farm to bed for the winter time and then starting up new crops in the greenhouse. Right about now is when the farmers, they'll go home, tend to their livestock, families, but they'll be back in the springtime again.
Stacy Jensen grew up in the area, but went away to school. He came back later and helped start this farm that provides space for about 30 families to grow produce. It's an important resource because fresh produce is hard to find in local stores. But there is a tradition of farming in the area that some want to preserve or bring back. Elders like Betty Kelly learned to farm from a young age. And she says Navajo people once relied on small-scale farming to feed themselves. North Loop Family Farm supports subsistence farming to feed individuals and families, but the nonprofit is also looking for ways to grow operations and hire more local people. That means finding ways to sell produce and other food products, and that's where they turn to the Native American Business Incubator Network.
Whenever we see somebody who has a skill that they're trying to market to either their community or even outside their community, we want to help them turn that skill into something that they can rely on for financial gain.
But aspiring entrepreneurs who live on the Navajo Nation and Native Americans who live on reservations and pueblos across New Mexico face unique challenges when starting a business. First, you can't just walk into a bank and offer your house as collateral for a business loan.
That's a very simple bank transaction off the reservation. Well, on the reservation, you might own your home, but you don't own the land there.
Stego says there are multiple potential solutions, from crowdfunding to get a project off the ground to crafting new tribal regulations to make it easier for members to access land and capital.
We want to foster economic development on the reservation within tribal communities. And when we say that, we're talking the whole gamut of entrepreneurs. So we want to include everybody from the person who makes clothes or jewelry or crafts or sells burritos to the larger scale businesses who are able to employ several employees.
Nabin helped the North Loop Family Farm find matching funds for a federal grant, but there are challenges that can only be addressed by the tribal government. In Window Rock, Navajo Nation officials are also talking about entrepreneurship. President Russell Begay says his administration is proud of an agreement the tribe signed with the federal government this year to take over control of leasing on their lands.
Anytime BIA, Bureau of Indian Affairs, had to put their name on it, and they did. Every lease, whether it's business or otherwise, they had to put their name on it. But the minute they have their name on it, then federal regulation kicks in. And we had to, anyone that's starting business had to conform to these federal regulations, which is extensive. But now they don't have to. And BIA is out of the game. We're completely in control of our land. And so we follow our regulations.
Along with streamlining the regulatory process, President Begay says the Navajo Nation set aside $20 million in funding to support entrepreneurs who've been shut out of the traditional lending process. Begay says he believes new opportunities for entrepreneurs and small businesses will give young people the chance to stay and build a career on the reservation and encourage those who left for school or jobs to return.
Navajos are excited about coming home, and we didn't have that before. And the reason why they left is because it was more exciting to be out there than here. But now that's being reversed.
Back at the North Loop Family Farm, Stacy Jensen is looking for ways to expand the business side of the farm. He built a greenhouse to grow crops in the winter and started a small market on the property. Families from the North Loop farm can sell extra produce from their plots or to Jensen for the market. and he thinks there's a unique potential in identifying a specialty product that could be targeted for commercial sales.
I think that's going to be our blue corn. We'll process it, we'll do cornmeal, we'll make some value-added products. Corn chips, blue corn chips is one of them.
According to a survey by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, in 2012, there were nearly 15,000 farms on the Navajo Nation. The majority produced $1,000 or less in products annually. And there's another test for the resilience of the agriculture system. The average age of farmers on the Navajo Nation was 58. Aging farmers is a concern nationwide. Jensen works with local schools, and he sees potential in intergenerational farming.
I think we bring both the elders and the youth. We try to re-engage them through educational, through projects, through work, through workshops. The kids, you know, they know something. Elders know something, so they exchange those ideas there, and it helps out. I think in the long run, I think it'll bring the youth back to the farm.
For New Mexico in Focus and State of Change, I'm Sarah Gustavus.